Welcome back to Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. We are in the Dark Crater, we are looking for Darkrai, and we are going to continue straight on and see what we can do in the deep Dark Crater. Stairs straight away, Arcanine straight away, okay. We definitely needed that little rest stop, just to get my bearings and compose myself after what was quite a stressful time in the first part of Dark Crater. Wow, we are doing less and less damage, it feels like. Especially with our weaker moves. Oh, our inventory is full. I miss the days of having storage. I'll just eat that, why not? It'll restore the one belly I've used. Charmeleon? Okay. Oh, that's a lucky miss. For us. Can I finish you with a bite? If at all possible, yes, good. Gonna continue to be cautious, gonna continue to conserve PP, gonna pick up that Oran Berry, that's for sure, since we are completely out. Don't know if we need a TM for Poison Jab, but we definitely don't need 3 escape orbs, or 4 escape orbs, we only need 1. So, we will swap it out. Still haven't worked out what Cresselia taking a deep breath actually means. I'm trying to think what its ability is in-game, and I don't really know, because as I've said multiple times, I just don't really know that much about Cresselia and Darkrai. Maybe it has... See, I just immediately think Pressure when I think of Gen 4 Legendaries. But I don't think it has Pressure, we haven't seen that come into effect. So it must be something different. I feel like we've seen that kind of text, that kind of interaction somewhere before, but I can't remember it. And if it's important, then it will come up. Lava Plume again. Jeez. Wow, that really cut my attack down. Okay. Cresselia, I'm gonna force your hand and make you do something. There we go. Good critical hit. Ouch. Okay, good. Ha. In the last room on the floor. Well, we did get lucky with the first couple of floors, so be it. I edited the last video yesterday, and I noticed quite how many times I started a point and didn't finish it. Just because of, you know, the general events of being in a dungeon. And one point I would like to continue on about another burn, really. Oof, okay. Omnis, you can deal with that while I... Let's see. Aha! Roastberry. Now, outside of something coming out of nowhere and taking me out while I'm on 16 health, we should be able to get away without using an Oran Berry. Just take things one step at a time. Buskin. Omnis can deal with you. Okay. Continuing to be very, very cautious. Another Oran Berry. Excellent. Just need a Violent Seed now. That's all I'm really looking out for. Oh, and then I go walking into a Magcargo. Is that the first Magcargo we've seen? I think we saw a Slugma. I think we've seen multiple Slugmas. But I think that might be the first Magcargo we've seen. Fair enough. Not a particularly memorable Pokemon, unfortunately. So I was talking about how I wanted to continue on with some of the points I made in the previous video, and I've kind of actually already forgotten what they were, but I know I was talking about how unexpected this dungeon was. I really wasn't expecting a fire-type, lava-y dungeon. Monferno used Slack Off. Oh, cool. Didn't know he could learn that. Learning all sorts. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting a fire-type dungeon. It definitely doesn't fit Darkrai. So I feel like there's more going on here than we've been informed. But it could just be that this is where he's chosen to hide out. But there's definitely more going on. Darkrai acting out of character. A lava dungeon. Just a suspicion, but I feel like, yeah, there's probably something else going on here that hopefully we'll find out soon. A Magmortar. 2 Magmortar. Okay. We'll just let them approach. Oh my. Okay, never mind. Fire-type moves. Sun. Yeah. Have we got an orb, actually, that could deal with that? Doesn't look like it. That's frustrating. We'll just have to hope that that other Magmortar doesn't come and sneak up on Cresselia. No, we managed to handle the situation quite well. Yeah, good stuff. Give me this box. What could I swap out for it? We'll keep swapping out the escape orbs. I'll try and remember that I do have one if things go really, really bad, and maybe I'll use that instead of resetting. I think Omnis, you could probably deal with this, but actually that sunny day has made me reevaluate the situation, given how much damage it did to Cresselia, who is actually lower level than us, only 47. I didn't notice that until now. I guess I wasn't really looking. You know what? We're probably not going to use a switcher orb. Let's switch it out. I don't know if that means we're over leveled or if they just made Cresselia deliberately a slightly lower level so that it wasn't too easy. We'll take the quick seed, see if we can remember to use that. It's like having agility, except we don't get to have ego with us. Oh, I'm so happy to see all of these Oran berries. It's really making my experience here a lot better after we had to use up so many in the last part. Yes, I was playing perhaps overly cautious, but oh, this is why I was playing overly cautious. Good stuff on this though. Those thunderbolts are so good. Clear gummy. Might as well eat that. We both learned IQ traits in the last part by feeding gummies to the party, so we'll continue on. I think Omnis will be slightly closer to an IQ trait, but I'm not sure. Actually, I think Omnis might be one step ahead of me when it comes to IQ traits, because I just got Survivalist, and Omnis got that a while ago. Oh, okay. So another point I was making in the last part was I started talking about the Fire-type starters, because we've seen quite a few of them. There's a Charizard there that we're just going to avoid. Never mind. Cresselia, really not the best fight to pick. Okay, we got the special defense drop, and then slash, okay. Oh, Miss Magius, okay. So we're seeing things that aren't just fire types now. Yeah, I was talking about the fire type starters, and I managed to talk about... Oh, nice, it walked me into the room with the stairs. Moving on. I think I managed to talk about the first 2 generations of fire types, because I saw a Torchic, and I was like, hey, I really like Torchic, and I think Torchic is probably my favourite fire type starter. I was talking about how Gen 3 has, in my opinion, the best selection. I think Gen 4 also has a pretty good selection, but... I don't know. I just really like Piplup a lot more. Hey, Blaziken. Cool. Speaking of Torchic just now. Yeah, I just really like Piplup a lot more than the other 2. I feel like, and I'm not the first person to say this, that Chimchar is not particularly original. Oh, okay, you're just gonna do this. This is awful. I'm moving. Oh, snap. Right, I need to walk in here because I can't let Omnis just stand there and be paralyzed. Jeez. Okay, right. We have Oran berries, let's use them. Just need to get one good hit in and we can take you out. Cresselia, seriously, with the double team. To be fair, I don't think there's much else that Cresselia can do. Really? Does that paralyze all the time? It seems like a good trade-off for a move that is a 2-turn move, if it always paralyzed. Yeah, let's go up this way, actually. continuing on my train of thought about starter types. I love Generation 5. It's my favorite generation of games. But the starters are not really all that great. Again, I feel like that's a generation that's dominated by the water type starter. I think Tepig is a little underrated. I think it's actually pretty good. And it... Ow. And it does things in a little bit of a different way. For a firefighting type, it's a bit bulkier. As opposed to the other two, which are more sweeper focused. I feel like Oshawa is just objectively the best though, and it's definitely the one I've used the most. Nice stuff, Omnis. And then Gen 6, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of most of the Pokemon in Gen 6. We don't have any fighting type moves here. You know what, we'll just use a Max Elixir, why not? We have them. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the starters in Gen 6. I love the design of Braixen, the second form of Fennekin. But... Ooh. Stone Edge. That wasn't too bad, but missing is bad. Okay. We handled it. Yeah, Braixen is actually one of my favorite designs of a Pokemon, full stop. Gonna need you to come out of the wall. How many Oran Berries do we have? We still... Well, we have 4. I think we can use them. We've found quite a few so far. Omnis, do you have Thunderbolt? You do not. Right, I need to hook you up with a Max Elixir, because that's about the only way we're going to be able to fight this thing. Where are my Max Elixirs? There we go. Jeez, okay. Handle it. There we go. But other than Braixen, I think most of the Pokemon, start Pokemon in Gen 6, I just don't really like them in terms of their design or in terms of using them. I think maybe the Froakie line is the most usable. I don't think the Fennekin line is particularly bad. I just don't really like them other than Braixen. Fennekin is a bit generic. It's just a Fennec Fox, really. There's nothing that sets it apart. And Delphox is a pretty cool design, actually. 53! Cool. I'll take that. Delphox is a pretty cool design, but I don't know. I'm not alone in thinking that it was a bit of a deviation from how the line was expected to go, and that's a good thing, but I reserve the right to not necessarily like it, even though I can see where they're coming from. Oh dear. Cresselia, you really do not have the tools to deal with that Mismagius. It's okay though, because I do. Nice. Alright, Omnis, you can't just stand there and get extreme speed. You have to fight back. Oh, well. Hey, thank you, Cresselia. That was really nice of you. Now I'm going to punch this Arcanine in the face, and Cresselia's going to take the hits for me. And Omnis, I wish you would use Quick Attack. Let's turn that on, actually. I must have turned it off for some reason previously. Maybe when we were in the Monster House, and just not turning it back on was probably an oversight on my part. Okay. What's that? A Cherry Berry. Well, we have them getting paralyzed a little bit, but again, I think there's probably better uses for our inventory slots. Ah, Mismagius. Can I hit you when you're standing on the lava like that? I can, yeah. Yeah, it just behaves the same as if it was water. Oh, no. No, don't you dare. Do not. Where are you? Mismagius took no damage. Great. Okay. We're just going to throw things at each other from across the map. Sniper duel, I suppose. I'm not going to take the chance of getting another Psywave to the face, though. Ooh, okay, we did it. That was odd. It was certainly a battle we've never fought before. An apple? Okay, we will eat that. There's Mismagius behind us. I don't know exactly where it is because line of sight. Yeah, it's not in front of us. Maybe it is now. Maybe it moved. No, there it is. Man, we need Cresselia to use Confusion. I wonder, maybe Cresselia is out of Confusions? Can we give you a max elixir? We only have one max elixir left though, and I feel like it's better saved for Omnis especially. Hey, a max elixir. I want that. Let's take... I have a plan here, actually. We have items that we can use on this Magmortar, like a blowback orb. Then we'll take the max elixir and run for the stairs. Well, Omnis absolutely blew that thing up, so we're still fine, but there was some strategy there. Okay, Rhyperia, that's okay, we can brick break you. Jeez, those things are solid. In fact, I think it's exactly solid rock that's doing that. Let's not fight that one if we could perhaps possibly avoid it, Cresselia. Yes, I believe Rhyperia's ability, Solid Rock, powers down super effective moves. Also, there's an item up there. It's a thorn. We don't need that. Ah! No! Do not. I don't know how one-hit KO moves work in this game, but if they work the same way as they do in the main series, we probably don't actually have to worry about them hitting us. Maybe Cresselia, because I feel like she's probably a lower level than some of the Pokemon we're fighting here. But as we've established, I think myself and Omnis are a little over-leveled. Dark Crater Pit. It's a dead end. This appears to be the deepest we can go. Where's Darkrai? You've kept me waiting. Darkrai! Good of you to come, Omnis and Ekla. Why do you keep after us? You don't even know us! I know you all too well. You especially, Ekla. What? When you came to this world with Grovyle, Ekla, you were caught up in an accident. Accident? Oh, that's right. Grovyle once explained it. We had an accident traveling back in time. Whoa! Are you okay? No! Don't let go! Just a little longer. Come on, hang on! No! I can't. Hold on! Yeah, you and Grovyle had an accident when traveling through time. You became separated as a result of it. You were also transformed from a human into a Pokémon, and you lost your memory as well. Had it not occurred to you how odd that accident was? How odd? Yeah. Think of how the accident occurred. Precisely when you and Grovyle were traveling through time. That fails to strike you as odd. Darkrai? Darkrai, you know something about it? Naturally. That very accident was caused by none other than myself. What? What did you say? My wish is to engulf this world in darkness. I set my sights on Dialga's temporal tower because of its tie to time. I sabotaged Temporal Tower. That would have eventually led to the destruction of time, and ultimately the planet's paralysis. However, Grovyle and Ekla decided to meddle. I learned of their impending arrival from the future, and I attacked Grovyle and Ekla as they traveled in time, so that I would be rid of them. But an unforeseen event made it impossible to be rid of either of them. It should have been enough, especially for Grovyle. However, do you know how you came to be a Pokémon, Ekla? During the accident, you shielded Grovyle from my attack. I shielded Grovyle? Yes, you absorbed the brunt of the attack I'd intended for Grovyle. It appears your fierce will to protect your partner became entangled with the many dimensions during your time travel. As a result, you were transformed into a Pokémon. I did that? I assumed what I did was sufficient. I thought that I'd rendered you incapable of preventing the planet's paralysis. However, I underestimated your resourcefulness. You met with Omnis, and the two of you stopped the destruction of Temporal Tower. Because I'd underestimated you and disregarded how much you would meddle, my original plan ended in failure.
That's why you decided to get rid of Ekla and Omnis first this time. So they wouldn't be an impediment to your scheming. That's why you tried to break their spirits. Even going so far as to use an imposter of me. Even now, you lured us here, so you could be rid of us all in one fell swoop.
Very good. I did indeed intend to do what you just said. But I've had a change of heart. So, Ekla, Omnis, both of you are brave. You've shown great initiative. To be rid of you forever seems like a tragic waste. You've both shown so much promise. Why not join me?
What?
Why not join me in ruling a world full of darkness?
What? Rule the world with Darkrai?
It is entirely possible if we three band together. Well, will you join me?
Oh, Ekla, Omnis, don't believe his lies. Omnis, are you listening? Maybe Darkrai is right. No, Omnis! Who are we kidding? We don't stand a chance against Darkrai anyway. It's pointless to resist. Joining Darkrai, it may be the best thing to do. Omnis, why?
You chose wisely, Omnis. Very practical of you. Now, Ekla, what will you do? When you are one of us, our first order of business will be Cresselia there. The three of us shall get rid of her together.
What did you say?
Now, Ekla, come. Join us here.
Don't go. Ekla! Please, come here, Ekla. Omnis! If you won't join us, Ekla, Darkrai surely won't want just me. He'll get rid of me.
Omnis. Your choice, Ekla. Will you join us?
World of Darkness is going to be wonderful, Ekla.
You see, your trusted partner has seen the truth. Come, will you not rule the world with us? And you shall reign as Lord in the world of darkness. Now, Ekla, consider your answer carefully. Join me and Omnis. We'll rule the world together.
Do that. I refuse. This is all a nightmare. Ah! Oh, Ekla! Oh, Ekla!
You!
I was right. I was being deceived. Darkrai was showing me an illusion. I was close.
Blasted. I was on the verge of success. Is that your answer, Ekla?
Of course. Omnis would never consider saying something like that. Join with Darkrai? Not in my life. A world of darkness. I won't let it happen.
Huh. So be it. You've made the wrong choice. There's nothing left to say. I will be rid of you now.
Ah! We're surrounded! I knew it! I figured you would do something like this.
Say what you will. This is where I will be finally rid of you meddlers. I will seize control of the darkened world as its king. This is it. Attack! Oh my goodness, that cutscene was incredible. Ah, right. Strategy. What do we do here? Well, we have Totter Seeds, so let's start with those. Let's set up the moves we want to use for this fight. Of course, we only really want Omnis using Discharge. That's just how we roll. I'm going to continue to use Totter Seeds. We have them all. We might as well use them all. Everything's on the line now. Oh, Lightning Rod. No! Alright. New priority. We need to get rid of that Rhyperia straight away. Arbok recovered from confusion straight away there. Wow, Omnis took no damage from that takedown, though. Okay, let me move. Let me swap, because I need to punch this Rhyperia in the face. You stop that. You can step back all you like, that's not going to stop me from punching you in the face, but this time I'll just punch you in the face with the power of Spirit instead. Let's go, Focus Blast. One hit, baby, that's the critical. Now it's Omnis time. Hell yes. And I'm so glad we get to hear this song again. I think it's slightly different to the Dusk Noir version, but it's an absolutely exceptional track. Oh, Omnis. No. Oh, it took out Cresselia. Interesting. Okay, no, we have a Vile Seed. We don't have any... Wait, we do have Violent Seeds. I was talking all this time about how we didn't have Violent Seeds. Did I just not look in my inventory? Well, we have a Vile Seed, so we're going to use that. I really should heal Omnis, but... Double team. Ah, my mortal nemesis, double team. Okay, let's give Omnis this Oran Berry. I feel like... using a Vile Seed is the same as using a Violent Seed on everybody, right? Because you get the same differential in the amount of damage you're dealing. So it probably saves me turns just to use a Vile Seed. Nightmare. No! Oh, we really gotta stop missing, and I've really gotta stop... Well, I suppose at least I'm awake now. Okay, no more discharges, that's fine. Thunderbolt is actually more damage here, and we'll turn Thunder Wave on, because Paralysis could be useful here. Right. Now Brick Break. Of course! What would appear to be the final boss of the game, I would start missing, because that's truly my mortal nemesis.
We did it! This is the end for you, Darkrai.
Cresselia, don't you remember? I said you cannot catch me.
Hey, what is that?
It's a dimensional hole. This dimensional hole may take me to the future, or the past. Even I don't know where it will lead me. But I've failed only in this time. I will simply plunge the world into darkness in another time.
Stop! Darkrai! You're not getting away!
Too bad for you. I can slip away through time with just one step. You cannot catch me.
Oh.
Goodbye to you. Well, how do you like that? Finally, in the end, it ends in my ultimate victory.
I won't allow that!
What? You're...
Palkia!
You will pay a grave price for expanding the distortion of space, Darkrai. This is a strike for justice. Take this!
What? Ah!
There is no escape!
The dimensional hole.
The dimensional hole completely shattered. with Darkrai still inside of it. I heard Darkrai scream. Did Darkrai disappear forever?
No, that has not happened. He has suffered grievous damage, and been banished to some unknown place. But wherever he may be, he lives.
When he recovers from injury, won't Darkrai go back to his wicked ways? That remains to be seen. Because when Darkrai entered the dimensional hole, he began to time travel. At that precise moment, he was struck with Palkia's attack. Remember what Darkrai said about Ekla's arrival from the future? Darkrai attacked during time travel, so Ekla got hit with amnesia. So just like Ekla, it's likely that Darkrai has lost his memory as well. Darkrai has lost his memory? Yes. Darkrai will likely never recover his memory, and he will wander lost through the world. Darkrai.
We are done with him. He will not likely expand the distortion of space again. I will return to Spatial Rift. I foresee no reason to ever return here. Farewell.
Well, that is that. Shall we also go back? Yes! Let's go home, Ekla. Back to Treasure Town. And that's how our fight against Darkrai ended. When we returned to Treasure Town, we were thrilled by how excited everyone was at our return. We'd been fully fooled by Darkrai, so I had thought neither Ekla nor I had a place in this world. But when everyone surrounded us and was glad to see us back, that's when I finally thought, it's wonderful to be alive. Little Azuriel woke up from his nightmare. I'm so glad that everyone was well. I remember what Wigglytuff said. Every Pokémon exists in the world for a reason. Even the ones that mean harm to others. Even that Darkrai. After all this, my adventures with Ekla will continue. We'll see many things. And we'll make new discoveries. We've gone back to Luminous Spring since then. Though we still can't evolve there. However, we can exist here. We can live here. And that alone is something we should be happy and grateful about. That's what I finally learned. Yes, Ekla. Thank you for always being with me. Let's keep on exploring. May our friendship last forever. Good morning, Ekla. Let's make it another great day.
Oh my goodness. This game is incredible. Like, I say this so often, but this game is absolutely amazing. It never fails to take my breath away with cutscenes like that. There's so much I could say, so much I want to say about this game right now, but I think we'll have to do that another time. I'm not sure how much of the game is left for us, and this may well end up being the true finale of the game, but we still have a few matters to take care of. We still have some dungeons to explore and some evolution to do, so it really isn't the end of our adventure quite yet. So in the next part, we'll see what else there is for us to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.